48 Laws of Power. Rule number 5. Guard your reputation with your life. So much depends on your reputation. Guard it with your life. Your reputation is the cornerstone of your power. You can use it to intimidate and win, but if it becomes tarnished, you open yourself up to being vulnerable to attack. Make your reputation impenetrable and predict attacks before they occur. Aid yourself in this endeavor by destroying your enemies by exploiting holes in their public reputations and letting the public destroy them. A solid reputation can double your strength and distract potential opponents from discovering what you're really like. It increases the presence and your strengths without having to expend so much energy. People are double-edged swords when it comes to perspective. We are quick to put someone on a pedestal that will defy the greatness of others, or it's the other way around depending on the circumstances. Why am I saying this? Because we're seeing this happen in real time with Shameik more, and sadly in this case, we're going to be talking about the latter in this perspective. Because after all, it is a canon event. I know it's been a few days since TikTok and X started making their hit pieces on the controversy surrounding Shameik, but it seems like there are multiple plot holes that haven't been acknowledged by other creators, and quite frankly, there's even more than what meets the eye even before Hailee Steinfeld and Laura Hollier came into the ring. And no, I'm not talking about their wedding rings either, Jesus Christ. I'm going to show you what's really going on in the mind and presence of Shameik and what consequences will arise in the present and future. Because after all, it is a canon event. Shameik Amore has been in the entertainment industry for a long time. For kids that grew up in the same era when Disney Channel, Nick, and Cartoon Network started dropping bangers after bangers of work, many Cartoon Network watchers like myself have heard or seen clips of the show Incredible. And quite frankly, the only person who was incredible at that time was Shameik and the person who played Finn the Human from Adventure Time. But that's not to hate on anyone else, but in the grand scheme of things, there were signs of who brought the energy into the show overall. Similar to how people knew who the famous person at the band was going to be, whether it's from Nirvana or Destiny's Child or Ray Shrummer, you know who was gonna be the top one.
And what does this have to do with the present topic?
Calm down, dog, I'm getting there. There's an interview I watched from him back then, and it pretty much sums up what kind of things will further sprout into life years down the line with his coworkers.
You guys are all so young. How do you balance, like, you know, being famous and being a young adult?
Me, it's just basically, I mean, these guys are my like friends that I talk to and my circle's really like tight. So we all keep each other grounded. I mean, we all knew each other before the show, and yeah, Chanel is always the one to pull us all back if anything.
I definitely, like, I'm the oldest, so I'm kind of like the mom. I remember, like, the first couple of days of shooting, Meek would come to me with girl problems. It was really cute.
Now, the show came out in 2012 and ran all the way through 2013. So bro had to be 17 or 18 when he was on the show. But don't gotta worry about this number right now, but remember that it's important as we talk about how he took those moments to heart and proceeds to do his own thing. As soon as Across the Spider-Verse dropped 5 years later, it was also a hit at the box office, contrary to what the audience might believe. It was a bridge to the final piece in the trilogy, but left the crowd expecting more due to the most infamous scene in the movie, which I believe I already discussed on my channel before. You should go check that out. In addition, there are multiple interviews with Shameik and his co-star, Hailee Steinfeld, after the movie released, and let's just say it's not it. It's not it. Okay? It's not it. Not it. Fuck, man.
It's easier to be Miles flirting with Gwen when I'm looking at Hailee.
When you're looking at her, right.
I was very happy to work with Hailee.
Yeah. I gotta do this. I gotta make a movie.
I'm gonna watch Paper Moon just so I can,
So you know? Oh.
just so I can like be closer to Hailee. It's easier looking at Hailee than being Miles trying to get to Gwen. You know what I mean? Not much, Daniel. How are you, Hailee?
I am relatable. I am enjoy the Golden Globes.
I think he'd swing from some buildings and
You think so?
just ride on the top of a subway
Yeah.
to get to love, maybe.
Okay. Maybe to get maybe if I had some security and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Okay, she's gonna love me back.
Right.
Shut up, bro, shut up, bro.
Why am I so like jealous right now?
And he's quite beautiful and
Shut your lame ass up.
and amazing and strong and has
going.
all of these qualities that are valued as a young man. But even before we worked together, like even in the first film,
Yeah.
I feel like the chemistry was
there?
and it was.
Jesus Christ, this is not it. There are multiple instances where Haley openly discussed her marriage life and even tweeted about it, only for Shameik to tweet in response to that photo the same day. And if you want to be more specific, the same 2 hours. To add even more flame to the fire, Laura Harrier, who was part of the Spider-Man universe with Homecoming and Tom Holland's Spider-Man, also discussed her marriage life as well. Crazy. And out of pettiness, Shameik posted a clip of them together at an awards show the same day too. This is not a time loop. I just hope it's not. Especially when Lauren herself told him to delete the post and never did. And she had a little rant about it, which she called him a fucking weirdo.
I know him just from around. And I texted him, hey, can you take this down? I'm not sure why you would post that. Also, I'm literally getting married, and I don't like this insinuation that there's something going on between us, if that was your intention. And it's still up. Which is fucking weird. You're a fucking weirdo. I'm sorry, you're a fucking weirdo.
Full blast. Only for Shameik to make a Travis Scott apology? Really? Really? To someone like her? Really? I ain't even trying to be off script, but real talk, my friend hates Travis Scott. And so when she saw the apology, she was pissed. Imagine the fucking response you would get if you had the same audience. That's fucked up.
This is all a misunderstanding. Unfortunately, it's public. You know, it's really the fan fiction, man. It's the commentary. It's that's what's fucking weird, you know. But I mean no harm. I have no ill intent. You know, it's about art for me. You know, the video had the aesthetic of the song. You know, that's it. Wasn't insinuating no relationship. You know, I apologize for the misunderstanding.
Now, believe it or not, this is not a hit piece. This is just an analysis of a certain behavior that humans have experienced when it comes to the ideals of attraction. It's a behavior that men and women tend to experience out of possession and simple activities. But the problem is that you're 29 years old doing this shit. Remember when I told you to clock the age earlier in this video? Yeah, spoiler alert, this is the reason why. Because you're pushing 30, talking about this like a fucking high school student. This ain't Euphoria. This is not normal behavior when it comes to breaking boundaries, socially nor romantically. Fuck, I have no idea what went on behind the scenes of making Across the Spider-Verse. But if I had to take a wild guess, it would be that let me put my glasses on for this. This shit's surgical. This shit's surgical, my nigga. Fuck that. If I had to take a wild guess, it would be that celebrities and entertainment get inflated egos and prevent what business they are in. They are jesters meant to entertain the audience, and if they cannot do that, they serve no purpose. When you entertain the performers rather than the audience, you will not get the same reception and generosity than those who look up to your reputation, not only as a human being, but as an actor. In short, Miguel was right. You do not deserve to be Spider-Man. You were never meant to exist. Because out of all the people before you, Tom, Andrew, Toby, the only one that lacks the great chemistry is you. And with that great power comes great responsibility.